You heard you could save big when you bundle home and auto with Progressive, so you went online to check it out. But then you saw a link for a survey about which type of bread you are. And now you're on question 17, barely scratching the surface of your bread identity. You always thought of yourself as a brioche, but are you actually more of a pumpernickel? Ah, yes. They said it was easy to save money bundling with Progressive, but they forgot about the rest of the internet. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Oh, little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsmen Potcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show, you'll find here.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, man. You got a joint?
Got a little bit of reef smell on your breath?
What that mean?
Please, just give me like weed, all right?
Isn't it? Wasn't Stephen Tobolowsky, that Ned Ryerson guy?
Ned?
Yeah.
Needle Nose Ned? Come on, Ned Ryerson. What was his name? He was that guy in like every 80s movie.
Most recently, Silicon Valley. He was, what's his name?
Yeah.
Jack?
Yes, Jack. He was really good in that, too. Although he didn't have a very dynamic character. His whole purpose was to act like an asshole and be fucked over.
Yeah.
So you could laugh at him when he failed.
Saw him on
And I was like,
Law and Order. He played child molester and he killed himself.
what?
Every star plays somebody super creepy on
He
Law and
looks like
Order.
a child molester. They were like,
Well, actually,
we got a scene for a child molester.
Alleged
Get me Ned.
alleged child molester. He was on the sex offenders list for peeing in public when he was in his 20s.
Hoped.
And some guy fingered him as a child molester. And then,
Some guy fingered him?
yeah,
Sounds like he was the one molested.
cyberonically through the computer made it look like he,
Got the cyber finger.
yeah. And then he drove a car into a semi.
He planted evidence
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
altered evidence.
on his computer.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You could call that planting
And
still.
he drove a car into a semi after his arraignment.
On purpose.
Yes.
He's like, I just got to get
Kill
away from
himself.
all this young child ass.
You don't have much of a... What can you do after
Why
that?
is this court near a school?
I'm getting deep. This joint hit me hard.
This is a house mix, man. Fuck. Well, nice.
Oh, it's one of those house mixes?
Props to Far East.
I wish I would have known that. I would have gone a little light on
Holistic Center.
Oh, furries. Really nice people.
Dude, I love that place. I don't go anywhere else. It took me, I had a spot and then it closed. It took me like 6 months, maybe even 9 months, almost a year to find Far East, to supplant it.
Yeah, lucky for me, I was working right up the street. I just Googled. I'm like, what's the closest dispensary?
And Code Green, I liked Code Green. The nice atmosphere, but the product was, wasn't that good?
No.
Wasn't that good? It wasn't consistent, I guess, is my beef.
You know what? I enjoyed the product there. The only thing I didn't enjoy was I kind of walked through and there was just a one time where they didn't have what I wanted and I wasn't going to substitute it with something else. So I'm like, I'm good. Everybody looked at me like I just fucking murdered a kid right in front of them. Nothing? You're not going to buy nothing? No.
The idea of walking out of a dispensary empty-handed was like foreign to them. Do you ever get the guilt? This is usually if I go into like a smaller store. I go into an independent record store. I can't walk out without buying something. Like I will find a
I will
$2 record.
I am that guy. Later,
I can't do it.
Not have anything I would give you money for.
I can't say that. Of course, I'm such a hoarder of records that I'm sure there's something that I could find.
Oh, that's just an excuse to feed your need.
I know. You're right.
Like, no. I'm helping the independent guy.
Not that there are any anymore.
Yeah. Well, what's with going to the corporate stores that are now going to be everywhere? Because
are everywhere, yeah.
Yeah. What's with the Jack now? And everybody at the end, hey, do you want to give $2 to the children?
The jack.
Give me $1.
Even the automated machines do it over at like Myers and Walmart.
Loose change. Like.
Yeah, do you want to round up for cancer or whatever the fuck it's called?
I mean, this isn't.
No.
It's not necessarily new. It's just an aggressive approach. Usually, it's just a passive jar, some sort of slotted not Pyrex, what's the plastic thing that you throw dollars into.
Well, I at least appreciate the electronic one because you can ignore you can hit no on the electronic one, and the 8 people behind you didn't say, you go fuck the children.
Yeah, that's not what bothers me.
That's what I'm saying. Would you like to donate? You have to say no out loud. Like that's like, oh, come on, man.
The one question survey at the end of the self checkout. That one bothers me. Did you enjoy your experience? Yes or no?
Oh yeah, it feels forced.
Give me my receipt.
Yeah, it's going to take time to hit no because then you're going to know why.
Right.
And then they added in a neutral button just recently.
Is this going to be a conversation? Was the store clean? It asked me yesterday. And I was like, I didn't look down.
Wasn't paying attention.
Machine's like, it wasn't clean? Oh, he will be fired. I'm like, well, thank you, machine.
Right. Then some guy comes back and he shoots that machine.
Now, if it asked me, was there an entire pallet full of sugar in one of the aisles that it was hard to get around, and 2 employees unloading it that completely ignored you, and you ended up going around the long way to get to the peanut butter because you didn't want to deal with it? That's something I always have to answer yes to. Every single visit to Meijer. There's that experience. There's something down that aisle that I want to go get, and they're unloading like a truck just backed up into an aisle and dumped everything onto it. I thought it was supposed to be an overnight type of thing, right? I mean, they're open 24 hours. They're always stocking shit.
You know what I've wondered is how come you don't get a discount if you do the self-checkout? Because you're replacing an hourly worker. You're doing the work that they used to do. How come you don't get like 10 cents off?
Because they wouldn't.
10% off?
Because they wouldn't have installed it in the first place if you didn't prefer to use it. So where's the incentive for them to give you money back on a transaction when people...
Think about it. If you get 5 or 10% off for using that thing, you know how much money more people would do it.
It's already not a question of how many people do it. It is generally preferred for your small purchases, and even there's Kroger's around here where you just go ahead and do your whole thing, and you've got a conveyor belt and everything. And you'll do a whole groceries cart worth of shit.
I'm telling you. Those machines, they were invented and produced and put out by fucking Paulie from what was it, Goodfellas? They're like, why don't we give them a discount? Fuck you, pay me. I'm like, okay,
right.
well they're doing it. Fuck you, pay me. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Just full price.
Yeah. No, if it was a situation where people didn't want to use the self-checkout, they had a problem. They would install them and nobody would use them. They'd still go to the cashier. So they have all this investment in technology, and they're still paying an hourly person. But that's not the case. They put them in, and people flooded to them. So it's like selling pussy, and you're like, why don't we make the pussy cheaper? What? Don't you think people would like that? No, you got a good thing going. You start jacking up the prices.
Like Cheech Marin and Dust Till Dawn. If you can find it cheaper, fuck it.
Get your fucking shine box.
You've been locked up. Maybe you haven't heard. I don't do that anymore. I don't shine shoes no more.
Tamagotchis are coming back.
No.
Did you ever have a Tamagotchi?
I did.
I had one.
Yeah.
I killed it.
Which... We would have been... Well, what? Were you still in high school when it came out?
No.
Yeah, I was an adult.
No, wait. I think I was a senior when Tamagotchis were the hot shit.
Now I'm elementary. I'm sure I was still in elementary school.
Damn.
You had that ridiculous little like Game Boy style display, and you're like,
brought it to life.
What
and pulled out the tab.
did you get? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I got the one with the duck face. Which one with the duck face? They all have duck faces.
The little 8-bit one. Oh, fucking thank you.
Narrows it down.
I remember I had a Pikachu Tamagotchi.
I think mine didn't last.
1997. That was definitely senior.
I think it was a good month where I was like,
for me.
Oh shit, it was 97. I totally miscued history. In my favor for age, but I totally miscued history.
Well, I mean, in 2017, does it suck your dick? Like, I mean, it's technology 20 years later.
I would have been 22.
Do you get a handy from a Tamagotchi at this point?
At least vibrate?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But still, but no, there was no real point to a Tamagotchi, like you said, other than keeping it alive and wasting money because, you know, you had to get the next gen Tamagotchi like 3 months later, 6 months later.
Right.
There was always a new generation of Tamagotchi coming out. The screen is bigger. The resolution's just a tad bit better.
I was 18. Pussagotchi was starting to become a fucking thing. Because, too, you turn 19, you know, or we live in Detroit, you turn 19. But at least pre-9/11 19, it was, oh, yeah, we're going to Canada to get drunk.
Canada!
Yeah. Now... I need a goddamn... I haven't been to Canada since you've needed a passport.
I was going to say, as an adult, I can't go over to Canada to have a drink. Like, what are you about to do? You know what? I'm going to just turn around. I'm going to just go home. Like, at the border. I can't stand the whole... the question down, everything. It's just like, you know what? This is too much pressure. I'm just going to go home.
There's not... Yeah, there's...
Canada's nothing for me past 21. Anyway. Won't say legalize trees, but we might beat them to that. At least in Michigan.
Well, I mean, at least we have reasonable access with our medical program.
It's true.
Our quite loose medical program.
Yeah. Our medical program.
I'd rather go through the red tape and fees of getting a medical card in Michigan than go over the border.
Hey, at this point, I consider it an investment every 2 years.
Yeah.
Investment.
I mean, first of all,
keep me out of jail.
Going into Canada, you can't fuck around. Like coming back into the U.S., you're like, I'm America. I'm going home, bitch. Get out of my way.
You know, right?
You're going in, you're like,
see, Michigan plates. Let me in.
Like, why? What's your reason for being here?
I live here, bitch.
No, going into Canada.
Oh yeah.
And
going to the casino.
Yeah, that's what you always said.
That's what you had to say. Probably say that.
Never said.
And like, it's autumn and the leaves are turning. I heard it was.
I heard Ontario was beautiful this time of year.
You're just gonna like, hang out and like chill. Like, it's fine. Weed's legal here. Just
Yeah,
you don't even care. Look, if you want to take it back home, you're dealing with your people. Like.
I can see you just hanging out your car.
If you just want to come in here, and that's not true. Actually, they are still picky because if you've got a bad driving record or a drunk driving ticket offense of some sort, they will not let you into the country. They don't want you coming into their country and driving drunk. Canada's so
we don't want
much
no
more
riffraff,
strict. They're so much more strict than we've ever been about not just immigration policy, but just allowing tourists and visitors. People from other countries to come here and spend money.
I would tell you one thing though. I found a Canada version of Cops on Netflix.
It's called Mounties.
Dear Jesus, are their cops so goddamn polite? They're like, hey, you know why I pulled you over?
Oh, hey, sorry.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry I pulled you over, but you know why? Like, you were kind of speeding, sir.
Yeah.
Could you slow it down?
And the,
is it drugs?
Right. Rear passenger side tire looks a little low.
There's a filling station up next exit. They got an air pump there, eh? Or no, wait. It's Canada. They're super polite. I got an air compressor in the back of the cruiser, eh?
You really should have snow tires. I mean, I got an extra set you can use for now. We'll jack it up real quick and throw them on. They are nice. Actually, the only real experience that I've had dealing with Canadian police was a party that got broken up that I was at in Canada. But they were super nice about that.
You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here, eh?
Right. Go to Chicago police, on the other hand, were like...
They shot at you?
Get the fuck... Yeah, they were like shooting at our feet. Go and get it! Go and get it! We were trying to... A huge party that got busted up, and like cars driving everywhere, getting the fuck out of there. And there was a police officer on the corner, and we're like, which way to the freeway? And he's like, get the fuck out of my city. And we're like, we're trying.
You are not cooperating.
It's the days of GPS.
Hey. There's the same bunch of Detroit kids that like went to the front of the line at the party, and we were like, fuck you, we're from Detroit. We're some kind of badasses. Chicago police show up. We're like, I'll call my dad.
Dude,
He'll get me out of this.
I'm a regular user of GPS, and it boggles my mind that we used to like just go drive without knowing really where the fuck we were going.
GPS has like been the best thing for me. I'm horrible with directions.
Oh,
horrid.
Me too.
I'll straight up like go around in circles doing the turnarounds on
You've ever had to
boulevards.
ask yourself,
be like, I know I saw this store before here. Like, where did it go? How is it moving on me?
You know you're bad with directions.
Hold still.
You've ever asked yourself, where is the sun? Which way am I going? All right, sun's over there. I'm going this way.
Right. Well, Detroit in particular, it's built on this
it's a grid on a wagon wheel because they were high when they designed Detroit, apparently.
Which and it's not even that. I think it's actually a spiral that just takes you. It sucks you into the center of the city eventually.
Actually, you know what? I will fucking actually believe that, because there's been a lot of times I've been traveling on the outskirts looking for something, and I'll end up in downtown. Like, how the hell did I end up in downtown?
Because every spoke leads straight to downtown. So if you follow the spiral path, it'll lead you right into the fist. You just boom, punches you.
Gotcha, bitch! Boom. Like, you won again, Detroit.
But dude, what is it? Is it Apollo that's holding up the planet or something like that? What's the statue?
Oh, the Detroit sculpture.
Yeah, that thing.
I don't know.
RoboCop?
RoboCop. Those three things that people know about Detroit: the fist, that guy holding up the sun, and RoboCop.
Don't forget cars. Well, not Wikipedia. Pretty accurate information.
This is a picture of him. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
Telling you something is this big.
It's got a ball with spikes shooting out of it in one hand that he's holding high.
In its left hand, the large seated figure holds a gilt bronze sphere emanating rays to symbolize God. The people in the figure's right hand are a family group.
I can't. That's a family that he's looking at. And
he's gonna smash those people with that sun.
That's what it looks like.
I'm gonna kill you.
Welcome to Detroit, bitch.
Yeah, no, right? I'm gonna smash you with the sun. I'm trying to hit you over the head with a large metal object.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's a man and a woman with their arms raised to them, and the woman's holding a child.
He's going to take their wallets.
A little close-up.
After he knocks them out, because that's how Detroit gets down.
So, what does the guy represent? Does it say that? What is the dude holding the sun?
He is the spirit.
He represents existence.
Represents badass in that Red Wings jersey.
It's true. He's worn all kinds of jerseys through the years.
Artist expresses the concept that God, through the spirit of man, is manifested in the family, the noblest human relationship.
Oh, I still don't get it. Whatever, motherfucker!
If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook by searching for Christopher Media. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
The thing about comparing rates at Progressive.com is that by now you've heard a lot of ads about comparing rates at Progressive.com. We probably don't even need the words comparing rates anymore to remind you that seasoning steaks at Progressive.com is an easy way to save on car insurance, or that swimming in trousers helps you find the lowest rate. And that's the thing about foraging for truffles. You've heard a lot of ads about standing tiptoe on a cinder block. Compare rates and sing softly to a wounded field mouse and save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations.